When you're in a relationship with a man, you have to listen to what he says and how he feels about women in general. Because a lot of us are dating men that are homosocials. And homosocials mean that he's not homosexual at all. He just does not find women interesting. Everything that he finds interesting has something to do with other men. Going to sporting events, hanging out with them, watching the game, playing basketball. If you ask him, hey, what do you think about this comedian? Oh, she not funny. You don't think no women are funny? Oh, what do you like to do with women? Everything involves another male. So they only find desire in having sexual experiences with women, but they don't find women interesting. And if you listen to that, you can save yourself a lot of trouble up front, because you'll find out he really don't like women like that. Because everything he finds interesting in is stuff that him and his homeboys would do. Him and his homeboys will like photos on Instagram. Him and his homeboys will try to send photos that are inappropriate back and forth. That's what he finds interesting.
She said, homosocial.
Homosocial.
I said, hold on.
Hey, put that on a card.
My are just cool. I just like them. They just fun to hang around. I don't know.
That's my dog.
Right,
but it's okay for that to be your dog, but do you also find joy in hanging out with your wife or your spouse or your significant other? Some men don't find any joy in women. They don't find them entertaining. They don't think they're good actresses. They don't think they're good politicians. And that will manifest within the relationship.
But that's also because some women don't know how to provide the peace that our boys provide.
Okay, listen, she said a lot. First off, what do you think about, shout out to tonight's conversation. What do you think about what she had to say? Now, the one thing I will say is that I don't agree with is the fact that she equated a negative thing into what a homosocial is. And you can look it up. So it's basically relating to social interactions between members of the same sex, typically men. And it's not in a sexual manner. It's just they relate to each other because they have similar interests. So basically it's a man, if he likes football and he meet other men who like football, then they like to hang out in football, watch football. If they like sporting events, if they like fishing, it's the things that men relate to, and men are more comfortable hanging around other men because they all can relate. And it's probably less drama in certain situations. The difference with that is when it's a woman, men don't relate to what women do for the most part. Women talk about things that men aren't relating to and could care less about. So that's all that is. That doesn't mean that he can't have a wife and that he can't love his wife. He's just not interested in what his wife does. And that's most men. Most men don't care to sit around with us, messing with our hair and makeup and clothes and all of this. They don't give a shit about that. So if they like to spend time around their male counterparts because they can relate to each other, there's nothing wrong with that. And on top of that, I do also think that men tend to isolate themselves from toxic women. They don't want to argue with you, so they remove themselves from the situation. If every time they're having a conversation with you about something that's an argument, eventually they're going to stop having conversations with you. And to have some type of peace of mind, they're going to hang, if they have their boys, they're going to hang with them and talk with them because they can relate, they can talk, they can have a conversation without it being a tug of war, without it being an argument, without it, being a contest of who can out-talk who. They just want to ignore that. Men are looking for their peace. And so I think a lot of times, when women come up, they learn these things, they almost make it into a negative thing. The negative thing she spoke out about was men texting inappropriate things to each other. I don't think that's what men do. Most men are not even on social media. Most of them are not even texting to each other like that. They don't. That's what women do. This is clearly not something where the man is not gay. He's not interested in another man sexually. He don't want that. This is partly why you hear women talking about, oh, men probably don't even like women. Low key, they don't like y'all mentality. They don't like how you think. They don't like the constant talking. They don't like the disagreements. They don't like the arguing. They don't like all the toxic stuff that come with women. That's what they don't like. If women could be chill and have a conversation without the bickering and the back and forth and just listen, I think they'll talk to you more. I think wouldn't mind being around you more because you seem laid back. You're not trying to argue. You're not trying to push your narrative and you know what I'm saying? Women do that all the time. You're always trying to make it seem like you're smarter than him. If he has an opinion, oh, you gotta one up his opinion, or this. Oh no, it's not that because it's. And we do that. We tend to do that, and that's that we don't realize how annoying that could be to men because we don't pay attention to the man. Remember, it's all about us. All we think about is our feelings and what we like, what we want. We don't think about the men's feelings at all. And what they might want or what they might not like, because they're not as verbal and vocal as we are. So we have to really pay attention to how we're coming across and the things that we're doing so that we could not do it anymore. Understand it's not that they don't love you and they can't love a woman. They just don't like the shenanigans of women. And women have done this for so long thinking it's okay. And they don't even recognize it. They don't even care. You do what you want. And if he don't accept it, oh, well, something's wrong with him. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's another term that they've come up with to try to diminish men or make it seem like men are the problem. And it's not even that. There's nothing wrong with men wanting to hang out with his male friends and have a good time and be able to chill and not be stressed out and worried about a woman's feelings all the damn time. There's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing gay about it. There's nothing about it. Ain't really that. But they'll try to make it into something negative when it is really not. So, I just think, if you have a bunch of male friends and y'all can relate on certain things, there's nothing wrong with that. But I do think it also means that it don't mean that you don't like women. It's not that you just don't like women. You just don't relate to them. That's what it is. You don't relate to them because you're not a woman. Just like most women don't relate to men at all because you're not a man. Y'all don't go through the same things. That's all that means. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out because I looked up the definition because this is my first time hearing that, but I looked it up and that's all it is. It's men who are relating to other men. They have basic same things in common and they relate to each other and they like doing those things. That's it. Just like women relate. And there's another term for, that's associated with that as well. But it's, I think it's the for women relating to other women. It's the same thing. Women who relate to women, y'all like certain things. You like hanging out with them because y'all have more things in common. And it's unfortunate for a lot of women that, maybe your man is just don't have those things in common with you. He don't want to sit around you and talk about hair and makeup and Beyonce. He want to talk about something else. If that's all you're talking about, he might want a different type of stimulation. He might want a different type of conversation. And you can't provide that. So it's no diss to you. It's just like, oh, well, okay, well, look, I want to go hang out with my buddies. We're going to do it because they get more gratification out of it. And if that's a problem for you, then maybe find out what it is that he's interested in and what he likes to talk about. And maybe you can amuse him with that. Just something else to think about. Maybe for most women, you got to stop thinking that it's all about you and focus on your man if you have one and find out the things that he like and what he want to do and cater to him a bit, just like you want him to cater to you. That's all. So listen, I'm going to leave it here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts on this homosocial thing. Look it up if you haven't already. Or if you're familiar with it, what's your thoughts on it? Chime in the comments below. I want to hear what you have to say. Hit the like button, share, all that good stuff, you guys. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.